from your side. Yeah. Okay. So now, so once if everybody, so hope everybody is clear up to now, and next get me into another part. Very interesting. Very interesting. And we'll see the console changes. We see the folder structure changes, right? Now we'll see the what are the console changes here. Okay. What are the changes we need to observe at the console level? Okay. Now log into, what is this? Which console is this? This is deployment manager console. Log on to here. Okay. Now Vaishnavi, question is for you.
Yes, sir.
What is the port number using for the to open the console of AS1? 9061, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes. Yes.
Very good. So now if I give this 9061 on console, if I give enter, is that what will happen? It will open the console of AS01 profile, right? AS
No,
node 1.
because it is already federated, no? So the
Excellent. So see here, you are not able to see the console of it. What do you mean by it? That's the reason there is no cell at all. There is no cell out of its own. If you want to do, this is not an individual node. The AS node is not a unmanaged node. It's become a manager node. That's why if you want to administrate this AS node, there is no console of it. It's not having its own cell. DMJ cell come into the picture. That's why you need to, if you want to do administration of anything of this, you need to get into the console of DMGR. Fine. So I am into the DMGR console and I logged in and just observe and recall what the configuration changes we seen before federation with the DMGR console, and now observe what the changes is happened. If you observe before servers, when you click on application server, before we are not able to see anything here, but now if I click on application server, I will see server 1 of AS node. See here, server 1 of AS node, which is already federated. It was as a stop, because if you recall, when doing the federation, what happened first step? It stopped the server 1, then it did the federation. And remember one more rule, while federating AS, the server 1 should be as a start. It should not be as a stop. It should be as a start. Then on what it will, federation will do now, it will stop and then it will do the federation. So while federating, if the server 1 is already as a stop, the federation won't be done. It will fail. Remember that point. Okay. Anyhow,
should be
see here. Yeah, it should be started state. Okay. Some rules are there. Okay. The sync node, while you are executing sync node, also from the GUI, if you are doing the synchronization from the GUI, node agent should be start. If the same sync node, if you are doing from the non-GUI sync node command, the node agent should be as a stop. Those things I will tell you very clearly when the system management come into the picture. Okay, I am sure here you will enjoy like anything the complete comprehension things of the VAS in system management 4 chapters. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. So when you click on this application server, you are able to see this JVM, right? Server 1 as a stop. Okay, fine. Then and go for very important one, and the mistake what we did is, if you click on enterprise applications, is you are going to see any default applications here? No. Because what the mistake we did, while we are doing the federation and this server 1, when it is federating, we forgot to include apps command. Got the point? If I when I did the federation, if I did that hyphen include apps, what will happen? The server 1, whatever the default applications running before federation in the standalone, those will be carry forward here. Because of I did not given, it's not coming here now. Okay. So that's the thing. Okay, fine. Yeah, I think you got the point. Okay. Now, and very important, go for the system administration. Go to the system administration, and here in the system administration, before when I click on nodes, what I seen only one node. Now we will see 2 nodes. one node of DMGR, which is there before. Now one more node will be there. What is that? Application server node, which is federated. And if I click on node agent, before you won't see any node agent, but you will see now one node agent. Which node agent it is? The node agent. See, for any node, the node agent name is node agent only. Any node, the node agent name is node agent only. But the node agent is, you have to check for which node. For which node? This node agent is for AS node. If you got another node agent, for which node? If you got another node agent, for which node? If you got another node agent, for which node? Got my point, right? So node agent,
Yes.
the name is same, but for which node? So now you are seeing the node agent of AS node. Okay. See, now we had the discussion about the node groups, right? If you see node groups, you will see a default node group only, and you will see only the members is 2. How many members are 2? How many nodes are there? 2, right? In
Yes,
node
2.
group. Suppose if I add one more Linux node in the default node group, how many members it will become?
3.
Ashish, 3, right? If I
Yes.
add, I am saying if I federated one more Linux node, then there will be default node
3.
group and members will become 4. If I add one more Linux node, it will be add for default node only. The members will become 5. Okay. Now in this 5, the rule is when you are creating a cluster, the rule is that cluster members should belong to the same node group. That means that cluster members should create only from these members 5 only. Okay. Now
Yes.
already default node group members we have 5, right? Now I am federating one more node, which is a Windows server, Wintel server. Is first point, is it possible to do the federation? Yes, it is possible, even it is a different OS. But while federating, you need to create a node group. So while federating itself, you are going to create one more node group, and here you will see default node group members 5, and you will see one more node group like Wintel node group, and members will be 1. Getting my point? And now one more node of Wintel I added. This time what will happen? In this cell, default node group members will be 5 and Wintel node group members will be 2. Okay. Now the rule for the creation of cluster what? The rule for creation of cluster what? The cluster members should belong to the same node group. Okay. How many nodes I have in the cell? 5 nodes in the default node group, 2 nodes from the Wintel node group.
Windows.
Now the rule is the cluster members should belong to the same node group. That means if I want to create a cluster, the cluster members should belong to either only these 5 or should belong to only those 2. It is not at all possible to take one JVM from the nodes of these 5. That means from the default node group members, and one JVM from 2 members of Wintel node group. No, not at all. Now I think you are very clear, right? About node group.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Clear.
fine. So clear, right? So that's the thing. Okay. So fine. Now, and you observe, right? Whatever the configuration changes is happened. And now let us create. Let us do. What is the time now? Bin
Profile
and
management.
yes.
Sir, we can create profile command line also, right?
You are saying that we instead of this GI we can create a profiles by using the commands. That's your question, right, Vaishnavi?
Yes.
Yes, we can do that. And there is a create profile creation. We have profile management.sh, I think, and hyphen create. Some syntax is there. Okay, those commands completely, you all those commands will be available in where, in the bin command line utility tools, and each and every command we'll discuss in the system management, Vaishnavi. For
Okay,
your
okay.
question, the answer is yes. We can do what the profile creation we are doing is a GUI profile creation, and we can do the same profile creation from by using command line utility tools.
Okay.
See here, now I am selecting deploy the sample application in the server one, which is AS2 node, which is going to create now, right? See, app server 01 is already there, right? It's name taken as app server 02, and this is the profile path of app server 02 profile. The node name I will give AS node 2 I will give, okay? And host name is obviously localhost, and disable the thing. See, it was taking 9062. Akash, I want to ask you one more question.
Okay.
It's coming for the port numbers of this one, right?
Yes.
What are the port numbers will not, what are the port numbers you won't see if the profile is a custom profile?
This admin
The first two, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Console, those two you won't see. Why? Yeah. Why? You know? Very simple.
Because
It was
it
going to
won't
be
have- yeah.
complete stuffed node. It's not going to have any Java process, and there is no console at all for it. You got the point, right?
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, that's the only thing. And yeah, that's it. Okay, now we are creating one more profile. Okay,
Sir, one question. Like here, we have.
go ahead with n number of questions until it was creation is
Yeah.
going to be finished. It will
Yeah,
take
yeah.
time. Yeah, it's the time for the questions round. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why. So here already we created AS node. Suppose on one of the system, remote system, I have installed VAS, and also I give the name as the AS node. And that time, if I want to federate that node, so that federation will happen, or
See, logically think about this one, Akash. See, once you are federating any node, you always do the federation with the DMGR, right? Okay.
yes,
Once those are entering into the DMGR node, if you have the same names with the node, okay, if you have the same names with the node, once those are logged in, okay, when you come for here, if you see this node agent, okay, if you see this node agent,
yeah,
here
same.
the
This
node
will be
agent
same.
name, the node agent name will be same as the node agent, and this
Yes,
node agent is belongs to the AS node, right? And what you will see again, AS node, and the node is
again,
also AS node only. It will allow
yes,
that there will be definitely
yeah,
there will be problem, right?
yeah, okay.
So obviously
Yeah,
those are the prerequisite check what you have to do before doing the federation. Okay. And now I think you people need to do a lot of R&Ds by getting into your console. I hope you got a lot of things to check about your environment, how it seems to be, right? Get into one cell,
yeah,
okay, and see how many nodes are federated. In that nodes, which node is a application server profile node, and remaining all are will be definitely is going to be only one application server node only will be available. Okay, remaining all nodes will be for sure it's going to be custom nodes, and do all R&Ds. Okay. Okay, fine. Any questions?
So, sir,
Okay.
one day, 2 days back, I asked one question like this: Can we get the password of J2C aliases? There,
Yes, yes,
we
yes, yes.
mentioned right username.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I got the answer for this question. Like there is a
Uh,
security.xml file. In that, the encrypted
uh,
password is there with the XOR. Then I used a
okay,
tool, the decryption tool,
okay.
VAS decryption
To
tool, and
decrypt that
yeah, I
one.
got
Okay.
through.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. In that, that encrypted passwords admin authorized.xml file will be there one. Did you gone through that? The server index.xml file and as well as admin authorized.xml. Those two are the XML files which is very, very important for security point of view. Okay.
Admin authorized. Okay, I not
Yeah.
gone through it. Only
Check it
I.
out.
So is it
Check it out.
native?
Check it out. It will be at the server index.xml file. Okay. And see here from now
Okay.
onwards, you will see the beauty. You will see the beauty in the console. Okay, I'll open. Okay, suppose you did something configuration changes here. You did something like deployment. Okay, in enterprise install new application and you did some deployment. So whatever the configuration changes is going to happen. 1 second, be hold on.
Yeah.
1 second. Okay, half an hour పట్టద్ది ఉంటావా వెళ్తా ఉంటావా half an hour I will close. Okay, so yeah, so here what I'm saying, whatever the configuration changes you are going to do, if you observe when you click on save, it was going to come like a it's going to save with the master configuration. Yes or no?
Yes.
And what do you mean by that? First, the complete dump is there at the master configuration, right? We've seen that, right?
Yes. 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 All files are
Even
there in
AS
that.
node, it's going to have its complete dump is there at the master. So the changes, whatever changes happening at the JVM of AS node, you did the configuration changes in the JVM of AS node. But first it will be changes will happen at the master level AS node JVM, and that's going to be synchronized with child configuration AS node through its node agent. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
There is two possibilities if you don't have any doubts. You understand everything very clearly or you don't understand anything. I hope the first thing, right, Vaishnavi? You
Yes,
understand
sir, I
everything
got
clearly. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, so yeah, finally it's done. So now let us get into the concepts. Okay. Yeah. So see here, I did the finish, right? If I click on this launchpad again, and if I finish again, launchpad will open to do the again to open another profile. So we don't need that launchpad, right? That's why I'm unchecking it, and I did the finish. Okay, done. So now quickly let us see the folder structure of the new AS2 node. Okay, where I am. Okay, profiles, right? Before we have 2, now it's 3. Get into AS02, right?
Yeah.
Right. So cd config cd cells. If you see here, now only one cell name, its one cell name, it is local host node 01 cell, right? If you go inside it, cell level configuration files, clear. If you go inside nodes, you will see node name as AS node 2, what we given. To go inside of it, AS node ls-ltr, clear, right? One second, clear. ls-ltr, right? You're seeing everything, the complete configuration files of AS node 2. And if you go into the servers, and you will see server name is as a server 1 and server 1, and if you see server level configuration file. Clear, right? Now it was, let us go to, I need to I'm going to start now that server 1. So I went to the app server 02 bin directory, and I'm going to start server and the server 1. Without starting this server 1, is it possible for me to federate this with the DMGR?
No.
No, you should
No,
not.
sir.
You should not. Okay.
Sir, basically, is there any default time to syncing the child configurations? Like by default, when we do any change, so it will reflect in master configuration. So manually also we can sync, right? This click need to check that sync box.
Yes. See here, the point is, if you did any manual configuration change, it is not recommended actually. So if you did the manual configurations, and if you want to do the synchronization, you need to go for, always remember, you have to go for full synchronization. Okay. You will see in the console full synchronization, right?
Yes, full synchronization.
Yeah, you have to go
So
for the full synchronization. Yeah.
no, my doubt is like if I did some changes, so definitely it will go under master
Yes.
master XML files will be updated. But
Yes.
without the sync, can that master's changes will become under this child?
No.
Child.
No. That's
Okay,
where
so
you will get sometimes problems actually. It should synchronize. That synchronization is going to happen by using its node agent. Yeah.
yeah. So by default, is there any timeline like after this kind of time of
No.
interval, node agent will
Immediately it will
automatically
happen,
sync?
I think. Immediately it will automatically, immediately it will happen. There's no like time period after master configuration is done and it will be synchronized with the child with the span of this time. It's not like that. Immediately it will happen. It is as a process.
Oh.
In the process, what will happen in the first step, it will be, the changes will happen with the master configuration. That is the first step. Suppose what is the possibility to get the troubleshoot? Suppose whatever the configuration changes, first it will happen with the master, and at that time, suppose the node agent is stopped with that node, is not available, then what will happen? The synchronization is not
Changes
going.
will not.
The second step, what is going to happen? The master configuration changes has to be synced with the child, but with what it will happen? It will happen with its node agent. Suppose that the node agent is as a stop, what will happen? Is it going to be
Yeah,
synchronized
this
with the child? It's not going to happen. That's the
no.
issue. That's what you have to do, the troubleshoot. And what you have to do at the time, you have to start the node agent and you have to do manually the synchronization. The best way to do that
No.
synchronization is always go for full synchronization. And I will tell you what is the difference that synchronization and full synchronization while we discuss about system management. Anyhow, it is started, right? Yeah. Okay. So now, I think it is using 6.2, right? See here, it is AS2 node, which is a purely standalone, If you go into the servers, click on application server, and you will see server 1, which is created under AS node 2, server 1. Okay. And if you see here application, if you see enterprise applications, and you will see all default enterprise applications. This time what we will do, we will do the federation, and let me see what is the SOAP port number of this application server profile. Generally the default SOAP port number of first one is going to be what, Ravi?
So W879, sir.
No, 79 is for deployment manager. 8880 is the default SOAP port number of default one actually, but it was instance of next one, right? I think it will take 8881. We'll see what the SOAP port number it was using.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
See, it was using 8881. Okay. So now while we'll do the federation from GUI and we'll log into the console of deployment manager. And what is the deployment manager port number it is using? 9060. Okay, and we will do the federation in GUI mode. What is the process I said in the GUI mode? Log into the console of deployment manager and go to the system management and click on nodes and click on add node and give host name and SOAP port number of federating node. Last time we did from the non-GUI, right? Now we are doing the federation from the GUI. Okay, manager node only. And next here host name, what we'll give? What is the host name? Local host only, right? The host name of federating node. What is that?
Yeah.
AS0 node. Now no password. That this one very very important. What is the SOAP port number? It is 888-1, right?
Yes, 888.
Yes,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yeah,
888-1.
888-1.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now here see, I am doing now that server 1 also will include now, but what I am doing now I am doing include applications. No buses is there, but anyhow I am giving include buses also. I am now see here I am doing the include applications. Now the server 1, whatever the default applications are there, no, those will be carry forward. I am making okay. Now adding node, federating node is happening in the GUI mode. What is the first step it will do? We seen in the non-GUI, right? The first step, first it will stop that server 1 and then it will be federation will happen, and under that AS node 2 node agent will be created, and after that master configuration will be sync, and it will be sync with the sync with the child, and all those things will happen. So what you need to do is once you did the practice of while you are doing this practice, and please observe the steps what is going on. Once this federation is done, the folder structure which we are going to observe is very 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 precious, and in this after the folder structures short, you should know very clearly how the configuration changes is going to happen, and the same thing you need to observe in your real time your environment. Okay, see here, if you observe, isc-lite.tar file was not uploaded since it's already exists in the target repository. Beautiful, right? What do you mean of this? As server 1 already isc-lite.tar file is there. Is it going to be include apps? Is it carry forward? No. Why? It's not needed. isc-lite.tar file is a console, and the server 1 which is already there, isc-lite.tar file is not needed because it was going to be under the DMGR console.
Sir, let's say suppose I have some set properties for the application server earlier, and if I later on I want to federate, so manually again we need to do the configurations of that.
No, what do you mean by properties? Which properties? See here the possibilities is before federation, you can do the only deployment.
No, before federation, I set it up the data source, then J2 let's say setting in the admin console of standalone that application server console, and later on I federated. So again, I need to configure those things, right? Or
yeah. See here the point is generally if you used complete setup as a standalone, generally it's going to be as a standalone. Okay, and if you want to do the federation, only that applications will come, and most probably no worries, whatever the configuration changes you did, that those will be carry forward for sure. But if anything wrong happened, you had to do manually it, and you had to make synchronization, and you had to do full synchronization, and you had to make sure that everything is available at the master, and those are synced with the child.
Okay, so I mean that changes also come here. I mean those configurations like data source configuration.
Yeah. Because you did with the application, right? Database configuration, and where those will be stored? Those will be stored in the for the standalone server in the server 1, you did the deployment of an application here, and for that application you configured a data source. That means JDBC resource, right? and in that you given data source, connection pool, and data source and connection pool and everything, and JDBC configuration setup is done. It's able to interact with the database and everything is happening. So in this scenario, all this information will be available in where? Resource.xml file, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
when you
that
did
file
the
will be available.
federation, what is going to happen? The complete configuration file of this standalone node is going to be kept at DMGR level. The same is going to be
Yes, yes.
synchronized with the child. So
Yeah, yeah,
what will
got it.
happen? All the setup, whatever you did will be there only, right? But if something is happened, something wrong, you will do manually and you will make it synchronized. And the possibility of something wrong is going to happen is very less. The entire team, now you check it out, how many cells is created for your environment. Okay, so in each cell, how many nodes are federated, how many clusters are created, how many JVMs are created. Is this federation is happening? Meanwhile, let us have simultaneously. Let us have the look of the configuration changes where we are. We are at S01, right? Okay, so let me come out of it. Here I have to go config, right? Inside the cells, okay, ls-ltr. Before I seen its cell name, right? But now what's came? Localhost cell 01. What is it? It's the cell of DMGR, right? With that,
Yes.
I got plugin CFG.xml file. That's the changes, and no more of its cell. Now DMGR cell come into the picture. Now get into here. Okay, cell level configuration file. Inside that, nodes. Before what I had only its own node, right? Now I will see two nodes. What is that? One, its own node, and DMGR node, and as well as see here three nodes you are seeing. One is its own node.
Yes.
What is that? AS node 2, and with its own node inside of with that, and you got two more nodes. What is that? DMGR node and AS node also, because it is there in the cell, right? This AS2 node is need to interact with this one and this one. That's why in this node, if you go inside of AS node 2, as it is its own node, you will see the complete configuration files.
Yes, all
Okay,
profiles. Yeah, all.
all complete configuration file, because it's its own node. Okay, at the same time, if you go inside the node of DMGR, you will see only server index.xml file. Okay, if you go inside of AS node, you will see server.index file only. But if you go inside AS node 2 as its own node, you will see complete configuration files. Got the point, right? Okay, now if you
Yes.
go inside servers, okay, and before it is having only server 1. Now what's came? Node agent, right? Because it is become a federated, right? Once the federation is happened, under that you will get node agent process. Clear?
Yes.
Clear, right? Okay. Now this is folder structure what we seen with the federated node. Now let us see the folder structure changes happen with the master. It's going to have its own cell and plugin will be there. CD cell level configuration files. Inside that, nodes. Yeah. And if you see here, you will see three nodes. And if you get into its own node, obviously it's going to have complete configuration file of its own, right? And now the beauty is if you get into any of this AS node, and generally it should be if it is not a master configuration, generally what it should be, it should have only server index file which is going to use the port numbers, but here you will see the complete configuration file of AS node. And at the same time if you see AS node 2, if you log in and if you see, and you will see complete configuration files of AS2 node also. And what do you mean by that? So it's going to have complete configuration file of its own, and it's going to have complete configuration files of federated nodes because it is a master configuration. If you see here, this is the one which is federated, right? Already in the cell, already AS node is there, and now very logical one, and see the configuration changes happened with the AS node also, right? Let me see what are the changes happened with 01 also. cd config, right? Inside that cells, inside that cell name, inside that nodes. See here what is there before, localhost, which is a DMGR node, and inside, if you go inside of this, you will see only server index.xml file, and its own node is AS node, right? And if you go inside of this, it's going to have its complete configuration file. But now in the cell, a new node is getting. What is that? AS node 2. So obviously here also configuration changes will happen. That's the reason what happened. AS2 node also came. If you see what is there in this AS node, tell me what will be there, Akash?
So you are in the which
Only
node,
server
right?
index.xml file. Only server index.xml
Yeah.
file. Okay, because so that by using this, what will be there in server index.xml file? Complete port numbers using by AS node 2. So that by using the server index.xml file in the same cell, AS node can interact with AS node 2. And by using the server index.xml file in the DMGR, AS node can interact with this too. Suppose now if I federate next, let us you people imagine if I federate AS node 3, one more one, what the configuration changes will happen at the server level, sorry, at the DMGR level. In the DMGR node, you will see its own node, and you will see AS node, and you will see AS node 2, and you will see AS node 3 also. But in AS node and AS node 2 and AS node 3, you will see the complete configuration files, which is nothing but it's a master configuration. And what the changes you will see at the AS node 3, and you will see at the AS node 3 nodes, you will see AS node 3, and inside that complete configuration file of it, and you will see DMGR node, and you will see AS node, and you will see AS node 2 also. In those 3 nodes, you will see only server index.xml file. And what changes you will see at the AS node profile? In AS node profile also, you will see that AS node 3 is added. What changes you will see at the AS node 2 and AS node 3 is added. And now what do you mean by this? So whatever the nodes federated with the master, what the configuration will happen at the master level, the complete configuration files of federated node will be there, and as well as whatever the nodes is there in that cell, in that nodes, the federated node will come and its server index.xml file will be available. By using that server index.xml file, that node can interact with the entire cell nodes.
Okay.
Hope clear, right?
Yeah. Clear.
So anyhow, so see here, now if I come for the changes of this console point of view, what are going to be the changes is going to happen? If I click on this servers, okay, if I click on this application server, what you will see generally?
One more JVM will be
Generally,
here.
what we'll see? You will see 2, right? It's came already.
Yeah.
Backend it's going on maybe.
Yes.
Okay, so one server 1 is belongs to AS node, and one server 1, the names are same but belongs to AS node 2. Okay, and now if I go for this nodes, I will see 3 nodes. I will see 3 nodes. One node is DMGR node, one node is AS node, and another node is AS node 2, right? If I go for node agent, we will see 2 node agents. The name is same, node agent. One node, this node agent is belongs to AS node, and this node is belongs to AS node 2. Got the points, right? And very important discussion, whatever, very important practical, whatever we seen. And you know, only one pending that we will see tomorrow. Tomorrow, that is what, you know, we will create one custom profile. While creating itself, it's going to be federated with this one. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, fine then. And this one, and come for question. Anybody has any technical questions?
No technical
No,
question.
no,
So
technical,
what
technically sorry, any doubts? Yeah, I mean.
No.
Okay, then I'll stop the record.